Welcome DCU fans and DCU haters too, because I'm having a great time with you guys talking on social media and on the also community page and also in the comment section. You guys have been really funny, and the good thing is that you guys have been very respectful, which I do not mind. It's fine that we don't agree on a lot of things, but I like it that we always keep it respectful and that we kind of poke fun at each other, and it's all in good fun. But today I'm gonna give you a little rundown of everything that I captured on social media or in the news since the last video that I posted. And the first thing is Superman. Of course, we're gonna talk about some stuff about Green Lantern, which is the biggest thing that I feel that everybody should be excited about. But let's get started with this thing that was posted earlier this week. And this was, I don't know who captured this information, but I know it was posted by DC Film News. If you're not following them, make sure to follow them because they are on top of the game when it comes to the DCU. So it's going to be, I guess they're already shooting for Superman. Listen, I'm excited for this film, but the things that I'm noticing about this is that they are going to great length to cover everything that has to do with Superman. And I think James Gunn is doing a really good job at keeping everything on the wraps because right now we are in a weird space when it comes to social media where everything is thrown out there and you kind of steal the magic whenever you go to the movie theaters. I like to go into the movie theater knowing a little bit about the subject matter, a little bit of who's going to be the villain. And I think this is going to be the approach with this film. I think they're going to keep it very hush-hush. This feels like Spider-Man, the last No Way Home film, where everything was on the wraps until you know who kind of spoiled the whole thing for everybody. So like one of those things where we know what was going to happen. We knew what was going to happen, but it was one of the fewest times that you didn't know for certain something was going to happen to somebody spilled the beans. And I think this is going to be one of those situations, not where somebody spilled the beans, but rather that we're going to be wondering what's going to happen in this film until we actually go and see it. So another thing that was posted was that the shooting dates for the Macon area, if we don't get anything by June 21st, because this is tightly secured, we thought that we were going to get some images in the outdoors, but I think Scott Snyder was one of those people that went on set and visited on location, and I believe that he said something about something being filmed, and his statement was removed from the website because it was considered spoilerish because it was a scene with Superman and Lex, but already James Gunn said that Lex Luthor was the villain, so it was kind of befuddling that they took that out because it's not really spoiling anything because we already know they're going to be facing each other. So, you know what? I just hope that we don't get a suit reveal, a bad suit reveal, or a bad image. Somebody captures Superman in a bad lighting, and the internet is gonna have another field day like they did with the suit reveal. I thought I gave my thoughts about the suit reveal. Again, I thought it's fine. I'm fine with the suit. I'm not enamored. I'm not over the moon over it. But I understand people love it and people hate it. If it's not your cup of tea, it's fine. What I have the issue is with people that hate everything because it's just the DCU and it's not the Snyderverse or the DCU. Another thing that came out this week is, listen, Nicholas Hoult posted this image on his social media, and Nicholas Hoult is gonna be the pinnacle of what Lex is supposed to be. This dude is about to destroy this role. One thing that James Gunn has done in the past is that he has been very good at casting. He has a keen eye. Him and his team know exactly what they're going for, and they have been absolutely perfect, pitch perfect when it comes to casting all their actors for whatever roles that they have put in place. The only casting that I have my reservations with was with Parkhead, but I have come around and I see his vision. But in the only kind of that I didn't have that I kind of had an issue with was with when they hired Sean Gunn to play Max Lord. I do not know what that's gonna look like, so I'm gonna reserve judgment until I see what he does with that role because he's a seasoned actor, he's a stage actor. I'm sure he can do something good with that role, but I want to see it first. To me, I feel like I'm being fair. But as far as everyone else, he has been spot on. But going back to Nicholas Hoult, just looking at this image, he looks amazing. He looks like he's gonna kill this role. He's gonna be the perfect Lex Luthor. This is gonna be the Lex Luthor that every actor is gonna study after this movie comes out to play the role. They're gonna look at his performance and say, "This is what I want to do, or better." This is not gonna be a cartoonish, over the top, ridiculous nonsense, Riddler wannabe. No, this is gonna be a serious Lex that is gonna be terrifying. He's gonna be sadistic. He's gonna be arrogant. He's gonna be petty. All the things that makes Lex Luthor great. I think this guy is gonna do justice to the role. Okay, so the biggest news today was Green Lantern. So this was something that DCU Leaks put out there a while ago. And I gotta give them credit because they were the first one to put this stuff out there. Chris Mundy, showrunner of Ozark, which is like an amazing show. If you haven't watched it, turn off my YouTube video and go and watch it on Netflix. Will be the showrunner for Lanterns. This was something that they put out long time ago. This was on October 28, 2023, last year. Okay, so they put it out there, and so nobody, including me, because I don't like to talk about rumors too much. So Chris Mundy, he's gonna be show running the Lantern show, and apparently it's a done deal because James Gunn posted on his social media. You know what? Let's go over the report that was posted. This was Daniel RPK who kind of revealed some of the stuff that started to rumble around the DCU yesterday, and this was what came out yesterday. So let's go over this. Though the only official response we've received regarding the Lantern series have been emojis from DC Studio co-CEO James Gunn, the show is rapidly taking shape behind the scenes. It has been previously reported that Chris Mundy was writing this series and serving as showrunner, first reported by DCU Leaks, at least they gave him a shout out, and that Damon Lindelof was in talks to produce, reported by Daniel RPK. We now uncover that the following names are officially attached to Lantern series thanks to their WGA profiles. And while the specifics roles of these names are not yet confirmed, we can make some educated guesses. Since it is officially confirmed that Chris Mundy is attached to Lanterns, this supports earlier reports about Mundy being the showrunner and writer for the series. Mundy has previously served as a showrunner of the crime drama Ozark. I thought it was the Ozark. All this time I called it the Ozark. And as an executive producer on crime series Criminal Minds, which I thought that was an underrated show. Actually, the first two seasons were amazing. Then after that, I kind of fell off from watching. Damon Lindelof, known for his work on The Leftovers and Lost, is another significant addition to Lantern. This isn't Lindelof's first adventure with DC Warner Brothers Television. He previously served as a showrunner for the critical acclaimed series Watchmen. If you haven't watched Watchmen, listen, you gotta go and give yourself that treat and go watch the series. It's on HBO Max. It's on Max, whatever the hell you want to call it. But go watch it. It's amazing. It's notable that Lindelof and Britt Gibson were initially brought in as screenwriters for Star Wars project, but departed in March 2023, according to Deadline. The departure seemingly paved the way for their involvement in Lanterns. Oh, I guess we lucked out on that one. Listen, it was not official until actually James Gunn went on social media and confirmed this rumor, because when it comes to news online about the DCU, I always gonna take it with a grain of salt until I get a confirmation from James Gunn. And I think he says something about, hey, listen, it's not that I'm not confirming something, or I'm not saying something about a certain subject. It's because, yeah, some people know about this stuff, but I'm not in the liberty to speak about it while we're still debating or while we're still working out all the details of how these things are going to happen. And especially when it comes to contracts and signing people to get on board, because these things can fall apart. He can say, yes, Lindelof is in talks, but there's no contract, and then things fall apart, and then it makes him look bad. So he waits until everything is signed and ready to go, so before he can come on social media and say, yeah, it is true. And he actually did it today. He went on social media and said, yes, it's true. The Lantern DCU series is putting together a crack team of writers, based on a wonderful pilot, a script, and Bible. I like what I'm hearing by Chris Mundy, Tom King, and David Lindelof. Oh, this is a series that I'm being actually kind of frustrated because you know the history that all these shows that were supposed to be happen on the previous regime. We were supposed to get a Max series based on Lanterns. Then that got canceled. Then James Gunn came on board and said that yeah, I'm gonna have my own spin on the Lantern. One of the things that he said was that he was gonna include. He wants a terrestrial based Lanterns, something like True Detective in on space or with space cops. He actually brought on board a team that can put that together perfectly. So a hearty welcome to Chris and Lindelof, I guess, as they join the DC studio family. No welcome necessary for old. Yeah, Tom King has been there since day one. We have been here nearly since inception. Yeah, Tom King is one of the brain trusts that has been part of the team that's putting this DCU together. Listen, if you can feel any type of way about James Gunn or anything that James Gunn does, or even you can even hate the man, but you cannot hate the results. This man is putting together and he's smoothly working. Everything's working like gangbusters. We have Superman is already in production. We got Supergirl going in production in a couple of months. We have Creature Commandos is already almost finished. It's gonna come out at the end of the year. We have Peacemakers already on production. We have Mango attached to Swamp Thing. We have Elseworld, the Batman Part 2 in a Joker. This universe is buzzing. It's just like teeming with life, and this is exactly what we wanted for the DCU. Unfortunately, that didn't work. This universe is working. It's buzzing. It's going ahead. It's forging ahead, and things are moving along. And no drama, nothing that could deter them from doing what they need to do to make this thing successful. I like the idea of having this as a series on Max, so that way they can explore this universe. Because if you read the Lanterns, you know it's a vast freaking universe out there. Yeah, they're gonna keep it terrestrial, but I think they're gonna also sprinkle all the universe thing aspects of it. So I'm excited for this, and I cannot wait for more news for the DCU. I'm excited. I don't know what else to say. I don't know what more can you say about this universe. There's not, if you already tweeted this out, with all the results that we're getting from the DCU and James Gunn and his team, and you still want to hate on this universe, your mind is already made up. I'm not going to do anything or say anything to make you change your mind. It's unfortunate that you feel that way, but I'm here for the long ride. I'm excited for this, but I and my followers and my subscribers and my viewers, I'm going to be here for this ride, because things are looking really mighty good for the DCU. So guys, if you want to watch more content, I'm going to try to do more live streams. I'm going to try to post more frequent. So make sure to subscribe, leave a comment in the comment section below, so this channel gets pushed out to more DCU fans and more DC fans out there. So until next time, guys, make sure to share. Until next time, never let your nerd die. Peace.